Don't have much time, but you want to crochet beautiful patterns that look like you spent days or weeks making? Today, I'm going to be sharing 25 of my favorite done in one day crochet projects. Hi, I'm Elise from EliseRoseCrochet.com, and these 25 projects can all be done in one day, but they look like they took you days, weeks, or even months with sweat pouring down your face, but you'll be the only one that knows that it only took one day, or even less than a day. These projects are perfect whether you are looking to make a last-minute gift, or maybe you just want something fun to crochet for yourself. Some of these are paid patterns, but most of them are free, and many of them have video tutorials, and I will leave a link for all of them in the description box below. The first project is the baby lovey lamb, and this one is such a sweet and simple project that is going to whip up so quickly. You use a combination of cotton yarn and chunky chenille yarn to get this effect. You can add the little bow if you want to make it for a little girl, but you could leave off the bow if you wanted to make it for a little boy, or maybe you wanted it to be gender neutral, and it is a free pattern. You know, there's something else that you can do in one day, and that is to start your language learning journey. When I'm not crocheting, I still like to do activities that keep my mind sharp. I'm learning Spanish with Babbel, and I am having so much fun. Estoy aprendiendo español con Babbel. I just said I am learning Spanish with Babbel. I said it in Spanish. And December is the perfect time to think about your goals for the upcoming year. Why not learn a new language?
Yo quiero tomar un agua de Jamaica.
Yo quiero tomar un agua de Jamaica. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world. But Babbel has many other languages to choose from, like French, German, Italian, and Portuguese, just to name a few. But what's so special about Babbel is that it is scientifically proven to help you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. And one of my favorite parts is that Babbel teaches you how to have real-life conversations in topics like travel, business, relationships, and more. Click the link in the description box to get 60% off your subscription. And let me know in the comments section what language you want to start learning. Thank you so much to Babbel for sponsoring today's video. The next project is the Prism Baby Lovey, and this one is a little bit different. It is also a free pattern from Hawk Mar Rock. I hope I'm saying that right. And instead of having an Amigurumi toy head, it just has a little wooden teething ring. This pattern uses bright, bold cotton yarns, and I think it would be perfect as a baby shower gift, a gift for a new mom, or maybe you have a baby in your life that's got those little teeth emerging and they need something to chomp down on. The minute I saw Dash Dino in the brand new book from Mama Made Minis called Knotted Loveys, I knew that I wanted to make him. I just think that there is something so incredibly sweet about him, and I wanted an excuse to try a different chunky chenille yarn, and he was the perfect excuse. This book contains 16 different patterns in 4 different categories. There are fantastic knotted loveys that have the dragon, a unicorn, and a yeti. You'll also find farm-themed patterns. There's a chick, a cow, a goose, and a lamb. The next category are wild animals. There's an elephant, a hippo, a monkey, and a bear. And finally, there are the woodland-themed patterns. There's a fawn, I love that one, a fox, a rabbit, and a toad. And what's interesting is that I didn't start out thinking that this was going to take me one day. This video came about because he took me less than a day to make, and that absolutely blew my mind, because looking at him, I thought at least a few days to make. I had no clue that it would take me less than 4 hours. Sometimes when I am making an amigurumi project, I do like to time how long it takes me. That way I can gauge if I ever want to make it again, what amount of time do I need to set aside. So when I started timing this little guy, I was absolutely shocked. I'll actually tell you how long it took me to make each one of these parts. The head took 48 minutes. The body took 1 hour. These are all approximations. I rounded up a little bit. That way I wasn't giving it down to the millisecond here. Each leg took 25 minutes. The arms each took 11 minutes. The tail took 18 minutes. The large spikes took 4 minutes each, and there were 2 of them. Then there were 6 small spikes, but those took 1 minute each to make. Then it took me about 25 minutes to sew all of the spikes on his body. And if I did my math right, that came out to 3 hours and 45 minutes. But I think what I love most about him is that he doesn't look like he takes less than 4 hours to make. I think that if you were to gift this to someone, they would think that you spent so much time, unless they're a crocheter and they know about crochet and they use chunky chenille yarn all the time. But if they're not a crocheter, they're going to think that this project took an extraordinary amount of time and a lot of effort. This is such a fun project, and I used the Premier Basics Chenille Bright, and this was a fantastic chunky chenille yarn to use. There was very little to no shedding. I recently did a video where I was comparing different chunky chenille yarns, and I had not used the Premier Basics Chunky Chenille Brights, but this is my favorite one hands down. It's a very affordable chunky chenille yarn. Let me look up and see how much it is. It's $3.99 full price for 5.3 ounces. That's a pretty good deal, and this was the color Sage. The next category is blankets. Now, I did not think that there were going to be many crocheted blankets that you could make in one day, but you would be surprised. And these are some of my favorite projects. They are gorgeous. One of my favorites is the chunky blanket in one day from my friend Roz from the YouTube channel Play Hooky With Me. This gorgeous blanket is perfect for beginners. It has a video tutorial, and she uses Bernat blanket yarn for this project. I absolutely love that color. It is so gorgeous. The next crochet blanket is from Jessica from Mama in a Stitch. This is the done in a day quick crochet blanket, and she is using Lion brand Woolies Thick and Quick, and it is gorgeous. I love all of that texture. It looks like it would be so cozy, and what's even better is that it is a free pattern on her blog. The next blanket is the Sunday Snuggles Throw by Ambassador Crochet. This one is so beautiful. She's using a number 6 super bulky weight yarn and a 10mm crochet hook. I love the texture and simplicity of this pattern, and it looks like it's going to whip up super quick. And it's a free pattern on her blog. The One Day Crochet Baby Blanket is from Make and Do Crew, and this is one of those projects that is going to blow people's mind. They are not going to believe that this took only one day to make. But don't worry, your secret's safe with me. This is a free pattern, and I love those different color blocks. She used a number 5 bulky weight yarn and a 7mm crochet hook. The next blanket is from CJ Design, and this one is so gorgeous, and there's a video tutorial for it. And the title of this blanket is Crochet This Blanket in 4.5 hours. Sign me up. I love a quick project like that. Daniela used Bernat blanket yarn, and that is the perfect choice for this because it is a number 6 super bulky weight yarn, and it is so soft. Now we're moving into the For the Home category, and I've got 4 great projects for you. The next project is the Chunky Babbel Draft Blocker by Blackstone Designs. And if you have drafty old windows and doors like I do, this is the perfect project for you. I love when function meets form with a crochet project because this is a very practical project for many of us to make. Who says practical can't be pretty and functional all at the same time? This is a free pattern, and she also mentions that you can do this in a solid color like she's done. You could do it in stripes, or you could make it with the baubles being a different color, which I think could look so cute. This next project isn't even going to take you half a day to make. It's going to be so quick, and it's from Hand Jan Crochet, and she is one of my favorite crochet designers. Her work is extraordinary. When I think napkin ring, I think boring and utilitarian, but there is nothing boring about these crochet napkin rings. I love how this simple crochet project elevates a place setting. This would be the perfect project for your friend that loves to host. Now, I don't host a lot of people in my home, but I do have a few who do a great job with this, and this would be such a great gift for them. This next project is from Vincent from Not Bad, and it combines 2 of my loves, For the Home projects and Amigurumi. This is the World Turtle Succulent Holder, and I think that it is so cute. Succulents are so popular right now. Any kind of plants are popular, and I think this one is so practical, but it is adorable. And he's also using Lion brand Woolies Thick and Quick, so this project is going to go fast. Can you make a list of the best crochet projects for the home without including Allie from the Turtle Trunk? I don't think so. This woman has magic hands, and I love everything that she designs. One of my favorites is her Dottie dishcloth pattern. How cute are these? It's a free pattern, but she also has a video tutorial. I had no idea that dishcloths could be beautiful, but these definitely are. The next category is accessories, and I have 5 amazing patterns for you. The first pattern in the crochet accessories category are the Star Stitch crochet fingerless gloves from Rafa Musa Designs. I love the texture of these mittens, and I have heard people before say, why would you want fingerless mittens? But they're really practical, at least for me they are. I knit myself a pair last year and I wore them all winter long, especially because I like to be outside and I want to keep my hands warm, but I still need to be able to use my fingertips to be on my phone or driving or something else where I really need to have my fingertips exposed. So I think they're really practical. And what's even better, it's a free pattern. The next pattern is the Modern Twist crochet bulky headband from Nana's Crafty Home. You probably already know Tanya from Nana's Crafty Home, but if you don't, make sure to check out her amazing patterns and her YouTube channel. Tanya states that this is a 30-minute project and she uses Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick, and I love that mustard yellow that she used. And I love headbands like this because especially here in North Carolina, we typically don't get super cold weather, but you do want to keep your ears warm and toasty, and this is the perfect project for that. And it's a free pattern. The next project is the Classic Cowl by Hannah from Hanjan Design. I had to share another one of her patterns because this one is beautiful. This is a free pattern for a cowl, and at first I was looking at the photos and I thought, wait, that's not a cowl, that's a shawl. But then looking closer, it actually is an infinity cowl, and it is absolutely beautiful. It has this gorgeous drape, and you can wrap it around your neck for it to be a little bit closer to your neck, or it can drape around your shoulders, and it really is elegant and beautiful. I have Pickle here, so if you see me petting him, that's what I'm doing. He's just sitting on my lap. Now, I'm not a Tunisian crocheter, but I had to include this one. This is the Tunisian Crochet Honeycomb Cowl from One Little Hook. This one is going to work up super quick. There are only 2 stitches and a 2-row repeat. She's also using Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. That is such a great yarn when you want to make something that looks beautiful, but it's gonna work up really fast. Okay, buddy. He is so big now. You want everybody to see how cute you are. You're so cute. He's just purring away. Oh, he's such a good boy. The next pattern is, of course, a crocheted beanie. This is from CJ Design, and it is her Costa beanie, and it's the super bulky version. This is a free pattern, and it only calls for 1 skein of Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick, and she also has sizing so that you can make an adult size all the way to babies. Now we're moving on to the crochet garment category, and I have 3 amazing patterns to share with you. The first crochet garment pattern is from Mama in a Stitch. This is the Done in a Day Quick Crochet Shrug pattern, and it blows my mind. This does not look like something that you could crochet in one day, but you can. What's really unique about this one is the construction of this piece. It's really just a big crocheted rectangle that is folded and seamed together to make this beautiful garment, which to me almost looks like a full-on cardigan. For this pattern, she uses the Lion Brand Scarfy yarn that comes in so many gorgeous gradient colorways. It has this self-striping ombre effect that fades from one color to another, and it really is gorgeous. It's a number 5 weight chunky yarn, and she uses an 8mm crochet hook, and this is a free pattern. The next pattern is the Crochet Blanket Shrug from Jules and Jones. This is a beginner-friendly pattern and uses a 1-stitch repeat. She has a free pattern and a video guided tutorial. For this pattern, she uses the Michaels Loops and Thread Cream Cotton yarn, and it's a number 4 worsted weight yarn. But she also gives some suggestions for different yarns that you could substitute with. This one really will stump family or friends to think that you were able to make this in one day. This next project is one that I actually am probably going to make. It's from the Snugglery, and it's the Granny Square Shrug. I love this one. I love this one so much. It's basically a big old granny square that you turn into a shrug. I'm totally gonna make this because I would wear this everywhere. It's just my style. I mean, I love granny squares and I could just see this being so much fun. You could do this in so many different granny square combinations, but I love the simplicity of this. I love that you really could just whip this up and you could use any yarns that you already have. You could make this in very neutral colors, really bright, anything you want. I'm gonna make this. I've already decided I'm gonna make this. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's a free pattern. The next category is amigurumi, and you didn't think I was gonna leave out the amigurumi toys, did you? And I have 4 of the cutest little crochet toy patterns you have ever seen. The first amigurumi project is the Pocket Otter from Sweet Softies. I think this one is so cute. She said that the finished size is 5 inches and will fit perfectly in the palm of your hand. It's so cute. She recommends a chunky chenille yarn or a velvet yarn, and she actually used Hobie's Honey Bunny yarn. She's got a whole collection of these little pocket amigurumis, and they are so adorable and they're going to whip up so quickly. The next amigurumi pattern is the No Sew Cat pattern by Stitch by Faye. I mean, look at that little face. That is the cutest little kitty cat. I love it, and I love that there's nothing to sew. That's going to make this pattern go by lickety split, and I can see any cat lover in your life loving this one so much. For this little guy, she used a DK weight chenille yarn and a 3mm crochet hook. So this is gonna be a little tiny kitty cat. This next pattern is by CJ Design, and I also shared her Costa beanie, but this one is Fred the Sea Turtle. I love him. I need this one in my life. This one is so cute. Every summer we go to Edisto Island in South Carolina, and there are sea turtles there. A couple of years ago, I did a little vlog of our beach trip, and we found this teeny tiny little baby turtle on the road, and we were able to put him, I don't think he was a sea turtle, he was just a different kind of a turtle, but he was, I mean, it was a baby. It was so cute. Anyway, I really love all animals, but turtles are just so adorable, and this one is just, oh my goodness. One thing that I think makes this one really unique is if you look at the eyes, she's using an amigurumi eye that looks a little more realistic. I love that so much, and 2 of my favorite places to find amigurumi eyes are Glass Eyes online and 6060 Eyes. They have everything that you could ever want. I have found them to have very high quality eyes. I used to just buy them on Amazon, and it was always hit or miss whether or not they would be good safety eyes, but I've had really good luck with both the 6060 Eyes and the Glass Eyes online. I'll leave links for those shops in the description box below as well. But back to Fred. Fred is amazing. He is so cute, and I love those colors. This next pattern is about the cutest thing I've ever seen. This is the Leggy Froggy and the Baby Froggy bundle. And this is from Not Jaded Co. on Etsy. So this is a paid pattern, but oh my goodness, how adorable. She uses a super bulky weight yarn and an H size crochet hook. And I don't know what that is in millimeters because I always do millimeter. Well, let me just look. It's a 5mm crochet hook. And what's interesting about these frogs is that I've been seeing them a lot on TikTok, especially for people who do handmade markets and they sell physical items. And apparently these sell like hotcakes. People love buying these and they whip up so quickly. I am absolutely in love with these little frogs. They have so much personality. I love those long legs and that little face. These are just so adorable, and I will definitely leave the link for this pattern in the description box below, and it has rave reviews. I hope you enjoyed all of these done in one day crochet patterns, and make sure to get your 60% off Babbel subscription by clicking the link in the description box below. I hope you feel inspired to grab that crochet hook and make something magical today. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe and happy stitching.